I was recently sent this tool from Klein to review. It's the Electrician's Multi-Tool. It's through their Tradesman Club, where they send tools out for people and fans to review. If you don't know about it, I'll leave a link in the description and you can check it out. So let's get straight to the review. It's your boy Hi-Fi Vega, back again. This time, I'm reviewing the Klein Tools Electrician's Multi-Tool. So, in my opinion, I think this has a lot of uses in the 12 volt range. So we're going to open it up and see how useful it is. First, let's kind of see what it has. It's got obviously the wire strippers, wire cutters. It's got a Phillips, a flathead, and then it's got just a straight up knife on the end right there. And they've got it listed out, the hybrid pliers, wire cutters, strippers, pocket knife, Phillips slotted, and it's also got a metal splinter remover. So that's pretty cool. A lot of Klein tools are made in the USA. This one happens to not be one of them, but you can't make everything in the USA, I guess. But let's open it up, see how well this will work for Car Audio Guy. See how it looks folded. Oh, so folded, you know, it's a nice size. It's about hand size, about the same size as any multi-tool you'd really mess with. I've also got this case here. If I can get it out, that will hold this multi-tool pretty nicely. And it's got a really nice little magnetic clip there. Let you hear it. Love that sound. Nice metal clip. This would actually have to be purchased separately. I'll leave prices and everything in the description, obviously. So, how can this be used in car audio? Well, instead of a regular pair of just pliers, which you do have some here, you've got wire strippers put in and wire cutters. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into the testing. We will start off with the thinnest wire that it's rated to cut, which is 16 gauge strand, or rated to strip, I should say. Okay, the wire cutter works very well, as expected for this small of a wire. Now let's try to strip some of this and see how it does. Like butter. One more side, a little bit longer one, let's see. Okay, that worked very well. Did not leave any strands or take any strands with it. So let me cut this wire straight first. We'll see how it cuts. Now I haven't sharpened this pocket knife, but we're going to go ahead and use it as it comes out of the box. It feels pretty sharp. This actually seems like a very strong knife, especially for a multi-tool. Go ahead and split the wire here. Oh yeah, it's sharp. I like the knife. The knife is nice. Oh, and the knife has a lockback. Nice. Now let's see if we can strip this wire. This is 14 gauge wire. Let's get onto the stranded side here. Did a good job. This is a little bit oversized, so you're gonna have some pull out on this. This is sky high wire. Now what this is not meant for is it can do 10 gauge solid, 12 to 16 gauge stranded, but we're going to go ahead and try this 10 gauge stranded and see how well it cuts first, and then we'll see if we can strip it at all. So for the cut portion, easy. Alright, we're going to flip it over to the 10 gauge solid and we'll see what it does. Now remember, this is not what it's intended for. Oh yeah, easy. Now we did have a little bit of pull out on that one. Not bad at all. So now that we know we can cut 10 gauge, let's go on to some 8 gauge, see how well it cuts that. Now, I'm sure we're getting to the limits of what it can do here. Okay, cut the 8 gauge pretty easily. Now, you're definitely probably not going to strip this because the jaws are just too small. So, I've got some 4 gauge here. Let's see if we can cut the 4 gauge. And we can barely fit the 4 gauge in there. So I'm assuming it's going to be tough to cut. We did cut it, but you are stretching the limit of this tool using 4 gauge, and this is a smaller 4 gauge. If you use the oversized, you definitely wouldn't be getting great results with that. So we've tested the cut, we've tested the strips pretty good. I didn't grab anything to test the pliers with. Let me strip some of this wire with the knife here. And that's the good thing about this being a multi-tool is you have options. So even though we couldn't strip the wire normally, this knife makes very easy work of this. Now we can put our lock back. Let's see how well the pliers portion of this works. It'll be hard to grab that without. Alright. What haven't we talked about yet? We haven't talked about the Phillips head screwdriver. Now, a lot of multi-tools you get a very inferior Phillips head. This one to me feels very sturdy. We're going to test it with, of course, an amp, as we do car audio here. Let's see how well this works in this configuration. You can see here, I'm able to bend the tool in such a way that it doesn't interfere with the amp when I'm screwing it, which is nice. If we went straight up, it would do the same. Now let's test the flathead portion. And again, like the Phillips, it is sturdy, very sturdy. Yeah, easily. So, do I think this is a tool that I would, and I'm going to include in my bag? Yeah, I mean, you can do a lot of stuff with this single tool, and even though you can, about 10 gauge wire is the lowest you're going to be able to mess with through the stripping jaws. You've got this knife here, and this knife will strip wire easily. So you can do just about anything you need to do besides crimping. That is the only thing left off of here. There's no crimp section. So, I mean, you can't have everything. But overall, this is a fantastic tool. So if any of you guys are looking for a multi-tool to use during your installs, this might be an option. Till next time, we out of here. Thanks for watching, and if you like these car audio tool reviews, let me know in the comments below. If you don't like them, do the same thing. Let me know, because I want to know what you guys like to see. If you guys want to hear from me more than once a week, check out my podcast that I do with my great buddy, Derek from Williston Audio. It's called 12V Talk. We're live every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central. We're also available as an audio-only podcast on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and many more. I'd like to thank all my Patreon supporters, but a special shout out goes to the $6 or more patrons: Brent Ballard, Paul Smith, The Third Era, G Nava, Jason Nisley, Joaquin Juarez, Ron J.L. White, Rick Quattlebaum, and CT Sounds. For as little as $2 a month, you can be part of the team and get access to exclusive Patreon-only content.